In this video, I will break down exactly how I would invest $1,000 in the crypto market right now in 2025 based on risk, opportunity, and what's actually working in the market right now. I am not going to waste any more of your time. Let's just dive straight into this strategy and what I would do with $1,000 right now in crypto market. The very first important thing that you need to have is to create a system that suits your strategy. Stick around until the end of this video to know what are these four different categories. The first category, which is going to be very important for us, especially when we are starting with such a low capital. Now in this first category, I want you to keep aside 30% of your $1,000 for high risk, high reward plays. This is going to be the fund that will help you make it in crypto. Of course, keep realistic expectations. Don't expect to make $10,000 overnight. Unless you're into meme coins, of course, then you're free to do whatever you want. With this strategy, your portfolio will grow gradually, and the idea behind this gradual growth is that in future, you will have more funds to allocate to either this specific play or some other strategy. So where exactly would you be able to find this high risk, high reward plays? Well, I'm going to show you a few tools that you can use to look exactly in the right place for these kinds of plays. The first tool that you're going to have to use is called DeFi Llama. Go to chains on the left side below overview, and here you will see the list of all layer 1s and layer 2s and a ton of information related to the number of protocols they have, active addresses, their TVL, the amount of stable coins they have on their chain, DEX volume, fees, etc. Now how you as a daily user can use all of these datas to find high risk, high reward plays? Well, the first thing that you need to take a look at is these changes, namely the 24-hour change, the 7 days change, and the 1 month change. If we take a look at very simple example, then Aptos hasn't seen a lot of change on the 24-hour time frame, not a lot of change in the 7 days time frame, but it has seen a significant uptick of its TVL on a monthly basis. The same goes for Sui network as well, where it has seen a total of positive 70% change in 1 month. This shows us that there is a significant amount of activity happening on top of Sui, meaning there will be some high risk, high reward plays happening on the Sui network. Now, if you want to go deeper, you could click on Sui and it will show you all the protocols that are live on the Sui network. Here, again, check the TVL, check the 24 hours change, check the 7 days change, and check the 1 month change. Whichever protocol has the highest amount of these numbers, which will show you the amount of activity happening on that very specific protocol. Do the same for few other chains on here. Check Sonic, check Berachain, check Avalanche, Base, etc. One other tool that's completely free to use that you can use is CoinGecko. CoinGecko has a category section for layer 1s, proof of stake, made in USA, stablecoins, exchange-based tokens, meme coins, liquid staking, so on and so forth. Go on here, do some research on what these categories are, check what chain they are live on, and then depending on your risk factor, jump in or stay out. The other two tools that I use on a daily basis are Artemis, and the second one is Nansen. Keep in mind that these aren't really beginner friendly, but once you get a hang of it, it's pretty easy to understand all of these charts. Don't worry, the link to all of these platforms is going to be in the description, so make sure you check them out. The next 30% of our $1,000 is going to be allocated for stable yield strategies. By stable yield strategies, I mean investing into liquidity pools where either both of these assets are stable coins or are highly correlated to each other. My personal advice is that someone with $1,000 should stay away from liquidity pools where the assets are not correlated to each other or they are not stablecoin pools. The reason is that there's something called as impermanent loss, which if you do not take care of are going to easily not just going to eat away your profits, but can also result in some heavy losses. So I'm going to show you the two perfect places that you can take a look at for these stable yield strategies. The first platform is called Beefy Finance. Beefy Finance is going to show you available pools for chains like Arbitrum, Base, Barachain, Binance, Ethereum, so on and so forth. Here, I want you to take a look at only two sections. The first one is going to be stablecoins and the second one is going to be correlated. Now remember, as a general rule of thumb, if something seems too complicated for you, then make sure you do some research before putting all your money into it. For example, you must be wondering what is this USD 0++, which has a date attached with it and has a current APR of ridiculous 26%. Well, it's from Pendle, and if you want to know what Pendle is, then let me know in the comment section and I will make a dedicated video for it. But in the meantime, you could check other pools such as this USDF USDC pool on Ethereum that's currently yielding 14% APR. This REUSDS dollar pool, which is yielding 18% APR. Similarly, you can check other pools on here as well. So next, I mentioned that we will be investing into correlated pools. Now, what are correlated pools? Well, take a look at this ST-Link. Think of ST-Link as a wrapped version of Link. So technically, both of these are same tokens. Therefore, their price will not deviate from each other. I personally like to take a look at pools which are either Ethereum correlated or BTC correlated. For example, this Easy ETH wrapped ST-ETH pool that is yielding 10% APR. This eBTC wrapped BTC pool yielding 4%. Yeah, not fancy, but it is still something. If you're bullish on AVAX, then there's this pool of SAVAX, GGAVAX and wrapped AVAX, which is currently yielding over 10%. The next platform on our list is going to be vfat.io. Now I'm sure if you're just taking a look at this, you must be wondering to yourself, what the hell is all of this? Well, vfat is a tool for managing your concentrated liquidity pools. But if you don't know what concentrated liquidity management is, then I would suggest you to stay away from this. On here, you could check some stablecoin pools such as MSUSD, USDC on Aerodrome over on Base, which is yielding 10% APR. You will also be able to find some correlated pools such as TBTC, CBBTC pool on Aerodrome over on Base with 7% APR. Just make sure you do a bit of research on what exactly is concentrated liquidity pools and how you can manage them. Our next allocation is going to be into something relatively safer and boring, which means we are going to put 30% of our $1,000 into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, before we talk more about this strategy, make sure you hit that subscribe button and like this video. And if you want to see videos on any other crypto related topics, then make sure that you let me know into the comments section. Okay, so back to the topic. We are going to allocate 30% of our $1,000 into Bitcoin and Ethereum. Right now, if you check the Bitcoin dominance in the crypto market right now, it's sitting at 63%. Now, what is Bitcoin dominance? Well, to put it simply, it just means how much of the total crypto market is dominated by Bitcoin. Currently, 63% of the total crypto market is dominated by Bitcoin, and that creates a question of whether we should buy some Bitcoin right now or not. Right now, BTC is sitting at $103,000, almost close to its previous all-time high. Well, to know more about it, I have made video on this exact topic and you can check that video above. Anyways, moving on. So what can you do in this situation? Are you going to buy Ethereum or are you going to buy BTC? Well, I personally wouldn't buy BTC at these price points. I'm going to wait for a very small correction of at least until $90,000 and only then I'll consider buying some Bitcoin. But in the meantime, Ethereum was consolidating for a very long time between the price points of $1,500 to $1,800. But it recently broke out and made a local high of $2,700, and right now it's sitting at $2,500. I would be personally more than happy to buy some Ethereum at this price points, but if you are a bit conservative, then you should wait for Ethereum to be corrected to at least $2,200. So our final allocation is going to be of 10% skin in the game. You must be wondering what skin in the game is. Well, to put it simply, I want you to keep aside 10% of your $1,000 for any new coming opportunities. Maybe you come across a very potential meme coin that you want to put $10 into or $20 into. Maybe you want to dollar cost average into Bitcoin or Ethereum. Maybe you want to deploy some assets into yield strategies, Or maybe you come across a very potential high risk, high reward play that you want to put your money into. Well, then this 10% is going to be exactly for that. Always keep in mind that you should always have at least 5 to 10% money waiting in your MetaMask wallet ready to be deployed basically anywhere. This is going to help you capture potential crypto plays that you may have missed out on if you had invested all of your money into the crypto market. So that was all for this video. If you want, you can take a screenshot of this flowchart. If you have any other questions, make sure that you ask me into the comment section. Like always, make sure that you hit that subscribe button and like this video. Thank you for watching, and if you want to take a look at other crypto related videos, then make sure you check out these videos.